Health experts say a new trend is putting more school children at risk for preventable diseases. They've seen a decrease in immunization rates because of parents who refuse to get their kids vaccinated. Fox 4's Alex Boyer has a look at the numbers. Alex.
Hi, Heather. Doctors warn that a very small but vocal group of people, many of which are parents, are actually the ones who are spreading misinformation and disinformation regarding the safety of vaccines, which has in part led to the decrease. Other factors also include a lack of access to vaccines as well as education for the parents.
This is a big deal.
During a virtual panel discussion Tuesday, some of the state's top pediatricians and child health care experts warned the resurgence of vaccine-preventable diseases is of serious concern.
We have seen a dramatic decline in vaccinations for kindergartners.
According to data gathered by the nonprofits Immunization Partnership and Children at Risk, some 60,000 kindergartners are behind on their immunizations going into this school year. Factors include a lack of access or parents' knowledge about vaccines. But another 85,000 won't get vaccinated due to parents who obtained what's called a conscientious exemption.
I'm really regretful that I'm seeing more and more indicators that we're going to see more instances of diseases which should have been relegated to the trash heap of history if we'd have stayed on track with vaccinating.
Doctors say measles is making a comeback. Nationwide, there were more than 1,000 confirmed cases in 2019, the greatest number of cases reported in the United States since 1992.
It's a really challenging time.
Last month, a case of polio was reported in New York State, the first in the U.S. in nearly a decade.
May develop paralysis, lifelong impairment. That's the risk and the threat of polio.
While vaccination rates remain over 90%, medical experts say the downward trend in vaccinations began after the COVID-19 pandemic, with many people skeptical about what was in the vaccine. According to a recent study conducted by the Kaiser Family Foundation, 43% of parents with children under 5 newly eligible for a COVID-19 vaccine say they will definitely not get them vaccinated. Last week, the head of the CDC, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, admitted that the agency made dramatic mistakes with communications, data, and testing before the pandemic that affected public confidence. But participants in Tuesday's discussion noted something else.
It is the vocal minority that gets heard.
Terry Burke, who is the executive director of the Immunization Partnership, says a small but vocal group is spreading misinformation and disinformation about the safety of child vaccines. Burke is concerned the group plans to lobby state lawmakers to pass a slate of anti-vaccination bills during the next legislative session that Burke says could hinder public health efforts.
They're organizing to block the use of any vaccine in Texas that is less than 5 years after FDA approval.
It really is a dark place to think about if we walk down that path.
And it's worth noting that the CDC was not brought up in terms of doctors and that conversation today. Dr. Walensky, the CDC director, has said that one of her priorities will be to improve communication with her agency, with public health departments, to get accurate information out more quickly. Back to you.
Okay, Alex, thank you.